WeAreArcade.com presents the Anime UK podcast with the SSRS.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りいたします。
You're listening to the Anime UK show presented by Alex, Aisha, Oren and Harriet.
Featuring news, reviews and discussions from the world of anime, manga, gaming and otaku culture.
Anime UK is brought to you by wearearcade.com. You can find us there every Friday.
You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Anime UK Show, as well as subscribing to us on iTunes and YouTube. Don't forget to rate, comment and keep sending us your lovely questions.
Hey, so this is Anime UK Show, episode 16. We'll be looking at some of the new animes that came out for summer. One anime that really interested me was Danganronpa. Now, have you guys watched it at all?
Yes.
Oh, I have so much pleasure in explaining what this is about. So, basically, a group of 15 elite high school students are gathered at a special high school. Bar one, who was picked randomly in the lottery to join it. And basically, the school's been run by a bear called Monokuma. And, yeah, because that makes so much sense. Anyway, so the bear basically explains to them, they're not allowed to leave the high school until until each and every one of them commits murder. And that's it, really. They have to commit a murder and they can't be caught. So the first episode, you kind of see all these characters. You're not really introduced properly, but it's just giving you a bit of a taste of that they're trapped. They don't really know what's going on, and you can kind of see maybe groups forming of who's actually hanging out with who and that kind of thing. What did you guys think?
I quite liked it.
It was really appealing, wasn't it?
It's really good, actually.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that you're looking forward to the next episode just to see how everyone, because obviously I've talked about this before. When you're pushed into a corner where it's you against the world, you're gonna lash. You're literally gonna go crazy. So it'll be interesting to see who goes crazy first. Even though you could have kind of seen it with one of the girls at the end of the episode, but she kind of calmed down a bit, I suppose. But it'll be good to see who's gonna crack up first, and when the murders begin,
What did you guys think of the animation? That was definitely something that stuck out to me. It was kind of like Persona animation style, but then you actually had 3D jumping out all over the place, which it actually suited.
Yeah, I thought it suited quite a bit because I've seen bits of the gameplay of the original game, so it's nice to see the crossover because the art looks. Well, the art for the game looks a lot like, it looks 2D at the same time as being 3D. So yeah, I did find that really appealing.
Yeah, wasn't it like a visual novel? I can't remember who it was by though.
It was by PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Because if I want to play it, but I've got to try and find it first. But it reminds me of, what was it? 999.
Yes. 9 days, 9 hours, that kind of
9 doors. I can't remember which order it goes in.
Yeah, 9 doors,
yeah.
9, yeah.
But yeah, it's, I think it's going to be fun. But like you, I'm waiting to see who goes mental first. And what happens to everyone else.
Kind of like it's pace, that helps.
It is, it's kind of like Mirai Nikki as well.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of the both, isn't it? It's like who can get rid of who first and how quick can they do it.
Battle Royale.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. I mean, for this one episode, they are kind of like relentlessly saying, no, we're not doing anything, but we're going to see who cracks first and actually does the deed. So, did anyone actually notice, when you saw the characters and suddenly there was a flash and it would have their character name and speciality? There was one character, I'm interested to find out what his story is, because he's a massive, muscly guy wearing a schoolgirl outfit. And he's a school
That is a girl. That is a girl.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant.
She is.
Go.
She is the
That's a
strongest
woman.
fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So it is a woman. Okay then.
It's
No,
okay,
she's
Aisha. We're in the same boat.
She was like ridiculous, like weightlifting and fighting, so she's
Yeah.
just massive.
Strongest of white ladies. I like her a lot.
And she's fighting a teddy bear. Brilliant.
I'm actually looking
Wait.
forward to the cosplay group of this, because there will be one.
Oh god, imagine them doing that guy with that ridiculous haircut.
Oh.
That's like a triangle. It's like sticking out. Oh.
Yeah, they have ginormous hair. Every one of them.
Oh, I cannot wait for that.
Definitely. We can't wait till the characters all get introduced. So yeah, so that's that anime. We've got some other ones we were looking at. One was 7X Service.
I really mistaked this name for
one.
something else.
Oh, you
I
put
was
it something dodgy.
No, because if I was thinking of, there's another series, called, Inu X Boku SS Service. And I thought this was related to that, but it's not.
Big
but no.
disappointment there.
Oh no, but this is still hilarious nonetheless. I actually like this a lot.
Now
Yeah.
I could put this down to certain relevance and the fact that I actually worked with the civil service for 5 years, and that was my first ever job. So,
I only did work experience.
I watched this, and the girl with the long hair, I was very much like her. And, by the end of it, I was literally like the girl with the black hair. I just wanted to kill everyone. Okay, so basically, the anime is about, these 3 people who join, civil service or health and welfare. And, 2 of them have been moved and 1 has just started, it's her first job. One of them, her name is, Yamagami, and the usual stuff when you're filling in, civil service stuff, you have to fill in your name, your details, whatnot. And, she didn't fill in her first name. And you kind of think, okay, that's a bit weird. But, then you realise, there's a reason why she didn't fill in her first name. It's because it's, I don't know, it's about 600, I don't know, about 10 names altogether, was there? Something like
Some
that?
English ones in there as well.
Lucy!
Yeah.
Lucy. Oh, they never let her live that one down for the whole episode.
No, especially
What's
the
wrong with
guy.
Lucy? It's
I
probably
don't
the most easiest to say compared to the rest of her ridiculous names.
Well, they say Rushi. They don't have L's in Japanese, so and it's also very bizarre for someone Japanese to have
An English name.
compared
Yeah, but
to vice
that's to do
versa.
with the story though, isn't it? So you find out a bit more.
And the reason why she joined it is obviously she wants to get revenge on the person who kind of said, to the civil servant who said yes to her parents. And that's why she got the job. Just for
revenge.
For revenge. She worked in the civil service. I think that's torture enough. I'm only joking.
Depends where you are.
I didn't, it depends. I worked in central payments for 5 years, so that was bad enough dealing with customers.
Oh no, I was lucky I didn't have customers. I was hidden away.
That seems to be the main appeal of the actual series, though, the actual customer interaction, how they all just lash out at the new people.
Yeah.
And then you've got the old people that just won't stop talking to them.
Telling them stories. It's great.
Oh, it's just cute civil servants doing silly things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I think it was totally pointless for them to give her the most massive boobs. I mean, what was the point?
Some people have big boobs.
She just kept jiggling around. No, but it doesn't add
Leaning on the
anything
desk.
to the series.
Were you looking at? Well, I wasn't looking at her boobs all the time.
I just felt I couldn't help but look, and I was like, but why?
They weren't ridiculous, and at least they didn't bounce in different directions, which is a bonus, especially coming from anime land.
They
They were
bounced enough. There
Yeah,
shouldn't have been so
but
much
boobs-
emphasis on the bouncing.
But boobs bounce anyway. If they don't bounce, and they're probably you've got one of those special bras that don't make your boobs bounce. Because I look at my boobs sometimes when I'm walking, I'm like, yeah, They do bounce. They don't anime boobs bounce, like, don't bounce all the time. But at least they don't bounce in, like, opposite, as I said, they're not going, like, twisting round in circles and stuff like that, which I have seen. And rippling, which was really weird to look, weird. But yeah, let's just try to be true to boobs in real life.
I have a feeling a number of our fans are enjoying this conversation.
I'm gonna have to Google rippling boobs. I've never heard of this one.
It's in, High School of the Dead. It was in, one of those episodes where, I think there's a boy using a sniper gun on top of this girl. And there's panty shots and her boobs ripple every time he takes like a shot. So it's like, imagine, you know, when you see like, in the water, when you throw a rock in the water, it's that kind of ripple effect. It's really weird, and it's like, why is this even happening? This isn't necessary.
Don't forget the bit afterwards where the girl mysteriously gets her boobs to move in opposite directions, so a bullet goes through the middle.
Yeah. Like, they flapped back and forth. That was bizarre.
One goes down, one goes up.
Oh, is that High School of the Dead? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually made a music video to that, and ironically, I did it as a parody for an anime music video, and it was to moves like Jagger, and I actually did it, so it went to the chorus, so it's like, the boobs were moving to the moves like Jagger. The boobs like Jagger. Anyway, moving on. He would have loved it.
Okay then, I think this is a good time to move on to the next anime. Civil servants, boobs, interesting facts at the end of the show, it's all good. Another one that, we had a look at was Kitakubu Katsudu Kiroku. So, who wants to explain this one? No one!
I'll go.
You can do it, Harriet.
It's another slice of life. No, it's not slice of life. It's
high school antics.
Yeah, it's about a girl. She's just joined high school. Her name's Natsuki, and I think she tries to be sarcastic. So a friend of hers asks of whatchamacallit, she wants to join a school. Her friend says, what one do you want to join? And she laughs like, the Go Home Club or something like that.
Oh, the Go Home Early Club, I think it.
Go Home Early Club, yeah. So I think she's trying to be sarcastic, but it turns out to be true.
There's an actual club that's called Go Home Early, but doesn't actually go home early.
So basically, it's about this girl who's joined high school, and obviously new to school, there's clubs that start in, and she goes by a few. Her friend asks her, what one are you going to join? And she sarcastically says, I'm going to join the Go Home Early Club. But then it turns out that it's actually a real club.
A real club that doesn't actually go home early.
No.
They just sit there talking.
What's it to do with seals though? There's just seals everywhere.
I don't know.
Maybe one of the girls has like an obsession with seals?
This is why I don't think any of us could come up with explaining it very well. Because we didn't even know what was going on.
I think the problem with this is that it's trying to be funny, but it's not.
I think it's trying to make it more interesting by throwing random features into it, but it's just not moulding together. No. It's not making sense.
I found it a little bit funny.
Oh no, yeah, it was funny, it was cute.
Yeah, I was more entertained by her hair.
Yes, her giant cowlick. Friggin' the size of her head in height. It was horrifying. But, it does seem like a bit more of a kind of a gag manga once again, which I do enjoy. And, it was just that whole talk about the girl fighting a bear, like fighting that Japanese bear. And then she's like, I defeated it. And it's like, I went to America next. And it's like, I think at the end, she's at the end of explaining of fighting the Japanese bear, she's typing to her friend and she's like, tee. It's like, hey, you can't start being a cute girl now after saying just beat up a bear. And then it's like, she goes to America and, the first thing she does is she sends a text to her friend saying, look at these hamburgers, I'm gonna eat them. And all this kind of stuff. It's like, I also defeated the bear as well. And there was that little cutaway to the whole, like, these bears in robes. And they're like, oh yeah, they defeated, like, the easiest of the 4 bear warlords. And all this kind of stuff. And it's like, none of this made any sense. It was just completely random. And then she goes and beats up sharks and everything. It was pretty funny, but pretty dumb at the same time.
It's just one of those shows you have to kind of try and keep track on while you're watching it, even though it's hard to.
Yeah.
I don't think it all ever makes sense, but it's entertaining nevertheless. Another kind of girly show that we watched was Tamura, More Aggressive Season 3. Well, we kind of just focus on a bunch of girls, same as the other show, previous. And all the focus is on a particular girl called, I'm going to say it wrong, is it Potty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Potty. So everyone's obsessing over her. Apart from her zoning out a couple of times, which reminded me a little bit of a character from Azumanga she just seemed pretty normal, and I think later on through the episode, it's then becoming a bit apparent something really striking happened in her past. Her father passed away, so everyone's like kind of walking on eggshells to kind of make sure she's okay, and everyone's got this kind of interest. Oh, she's got her dad's camera, maybe she's going to be like part of the, do something with it. And then later on, all her zoning out, attributes to her thinking about she wants to start a photography club. So, it's, one of the usual, slice of life, I guess?
Yeah.
Going into that kind of thing. I did really like the 3D animation. Every time they ate anything or drank anything, everything just suddenly became really pretty and sparkly that I noticed. All the budget just went into the eating scenes. It was beautiful. How did you guys feel about it?
Yeah, same with Oran.
Yeah, I'm the same.
That interesting to me.
Got serious pretty fast.
Well, I feel like maybe if I watched it from the beginning, like, because this is the 3rd season, as you said, it was just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know these characters. I have no attachment to these characters. There was just no spark, no nothing to make me want to even go watch the original starting from the beginning.
Well, then that's something to note to the listeners. Probably best to watch up on season 1 and 2 before you jump into number 3.
Unlike us.
Yeah. So, what have you guys been playing?
Hey, Demon Souls. I'm taking a leaf from Oron's book and playing games I like a lot. Again.
I was playing Dota and Bastion and Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed and TF2 and Borderlands 2.
Wow, you're busy.
Yes. Sonic's my favourite at the moment because we play as the TF2 characters a lot.
Hey.
Super goofy, super dumb, but super fun. Whilst everyone's just cracking up and trying to, like, bash each other off the edges of the racetrack a lot. It's great. It's great.
Oh, what are you playing Borderlands 2 on?
On my PC.
Ah, damn it. Got it on the PS3.
Oh, a lot of people I know have it on there. But
I was going to join you because there's no level cap.
Oh, isn't there?
No, any levels can work with each other.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to go jump into my friends' games where the level.
It does mean though that if you're a lower level, you level up quicker. But if you're a higher level going into a low level game, you just don't level up at all, really. It just kind of slows down to nothing.
I'll just start shooting at everything and then just run away. As my friends get mauled. I mean, no.
Just let your friends take the damage.
It's like, oh, help, pick me up. Nope. Sorry. I'm out. Go fight the final boss by myself. But yeah, no, I've finished Borderlands semi-recently. So someone gave us a season pass.
Oh,
so, for free, out of nowhere. I was like, whoa. But, yeah, we started playing some of the side missions, like the extra ones, so that's pretty fun. Because I was sad that game was finished.
No, because I'm waiting for Tiny Tina. Well, actually, it's out for Borderlands 2, but I haven't got enough money on my PlayStation. So I'm saving up for that, because I'm 50p short. It's like, your wallet is £7 something. It's like, oh, okay, I have enough. Sorry, Tiny Tina is $7.99. Damn it.
There's... I didn't even...
FML.
Speaking of which, the Steam sale is on now.
Yes.
Oh, oh,
I saw it today. I was
Time to
gonna
buy games you don't really want, but they're so cheap you can't say no.
Yeah,
I'm still downloading the free games on PlayStation.
Oh, what are the free games this month, Alex?
Demon Souls is up for free, but I think that's up for a while. Catherine's still there. Malicious, Saints Row the 3rd.
Oh, yes!
Payday. Shadow of the Colossus and Ico HD collection. And what else is up there? There is another one. Battlefield 3. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So yeah, they're all for free, and I've downloaded the ever-loving crap out of all of them. And sat around for 2 days while Saints Row took forever to download. It's so big.
But you will have a big laugh in that game.
Yeah.
Oh. It's too much fun. I want to go on Horde mode, which is spelt as whore, which is fun. And you literally get to fight whores. It's Saints Row all over.
So good. Saints Row. I just finished that recently as well. Makes me so happy.
I'm still stuck on Demon Souls.
Aww. Is there a monster with spiders in it? Or a spider monster?
Oh yeah, there's a spider boss, but I've killed him, but my problem is now, I stupidly went, I'm gonna do a run through where I won't summon anyone to help me, nor will I use long range magic. Stupid thing to do.
Once I hear spider, that's it. I'm not playing that game now.
Oh, the armoured spider.
I was kind of waiting for a response to that.
Don't worry, he's just the second boss in the second area. He's easy.
Yeah, don't play that game. Second boss already.
My reaction is nope.
Doesn't help, he's in a tiny corridor, and he shoots at you, and you have to try and get up the corridor to him.
She's not going to go anywhere near it. She's going to hightail it out of there.
I'm already rocking back and forth.
I'll just do what everyone else does. They hide in the left-hand side, and you can shoot arrows at it from a distance. And never take any damage.
Moving along swiftly. So Harriet, have you been continuing playing Animal Crossing, Monster Hunter 3, or anything new?
Animal Crossing, yes. The Walking Dead 400 Days I've been playing.
Oh, how's that then?
It's interesting. I quite liked it. It's basically you play 5 different stories which range from like 10 to 20 minutes. So the whole game in all you can play like in an hour and a half if you wanted to. But you can play in any order you want. So there's 5 different characters. There's Vince, Wyatt, Russell, Bonnie and Shell. And they kind of there's different perspectives of the game, but they all link into one. And I can't give too much away, I don't want to spoil it, but it does lead on, like I said, nicely to episode 2.
Cool. Is it addictive like the previous?
Yes, it is. I think it's hard because in the first episode, each episode you kind of warm to the characters and you kind of felt so much empathy for them. But in these are characters who are kind of, I have to make split decisions for someone I've only met for 5 minutes. It's kind of going back to the first episode with Lee. You think, well, do I save him or this new character, do I save him or do I save her? It's that kind of logic, but shorter. But, yeah, it's really good.
I don't know if you guys have heard, there's a new promotion by Nintendo, it's for Monster Hunter 3. If you bought a Nintendo 3DS within, I think from May up until the end of July, if you know someone who actually owns the game, Monster Hunter 3, they will have a special piece of paper inside their box, which entitles them to give this code to a friend, and they get to download the game for free. Did you know that, Harriet?
I did know about it because the day before we went to the Monster Hunter event, my boyfriend tried to give me the code, but because I've had my 3DS for a good while now before that, I couldn't get it.
Because I'd heard about this code thing for a while, but no one mentioned the whole clause about the 3DS.
So I was lucky enough.
Yeah.
One of my friends went, "Oh, you have a new one, don't you? Oh, why don't you take my code?" And I was like, okay. Am I selling my soul away? Literally, you have to log on. It's a really annoying process, actually. You have to go to the Nintendo website, join the club, register your DS, and then you get a special code that you have to then put into your actual DS, and then it takes like days to download. My goodness. But I finally got it, and I'm playing it. Yay! One thing
good,
I have to mention, Harry, I've played the past 2 before it, and I have to say I do not like the swimming feature. I actually hate it with a passion.
I don't like swimming in video games anyway.
I'm screwed for Harry. It's the half the game is to swim, so I'm actually a bit pissed because the previous game on the PSP, the main part of the game was you had feline let's say sidekicks. So they fought with you, whereas I thought in this game, you're gonna have the same kind of thing. No, the cats just hang around the town. They what was it? They ferry you in boats, so the cats are quite multi-talented in different ways, but you don't actually get a compliment in fights, which sucks for me, and I'm kind of sad by it all.
No, there's another deal, isn't there, with Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei 4.
What's that?
If you register them, you get credit from the eShop for whatever you want to buy. You get, I think it's $30, so I don't know what the English equivalent will be.
Oh, that'd be something like £15, so you could get, do you know why that is? I'll explain why it's that certain amount of money. Because that's the same kind of money you'd pay to buy the new games on Street Pass. So,
okay.
Doing a special deal, I think there's 4 games, and the deal is if you pay something like £13, you get all the games, and you get, I think it's more than that normally. It's something like £20, but for the deal,
£20 separately, yeah.
Yeah, so then if you buy all of them at the same time, it's 15, so you save some money. Interesting, cool. And there's also that other deal that Harriet got. What you buy 3 games, you get 1 for free.
Was it free or?
I think that's finished now.
Oh, is it done? Damn it, my friends tried to get that one.
Oh, no, it finished on the end of June. It was if you bought out of 6 games, if you registered free, then you could get the 4th free.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I did. I registered free. I registered Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion 2, and Monster Hunter, and I got Fire Emblem free.
Ah, nice. I still don't have a 3DS, so I can't do anything.
Never mind. But those are all the deals that Nintendo had there, and hopefully they'll be doing more promotions.
And I would like to say, I would like to give my condolences to Ryan Davis from Giant Bombcast, who died recently, I think on the 3rd of July. I want to send out my love to his friends, family, and to his wife. He was like a real big inspiration for me. It brought like quite a few years of laughter and joy to my life. So I was very upset to find out about his passing, and I hope that they do all okay.
So last weekend was London Film and ComiCon, and Harriet went along. Do you want to tell us what happened?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it was really warm.
Yay, heat, burn!
Do you know what? I commend anyone, because I was cosplaying as well. I commend anyone who was cosplaying that day, who I saw a lot of people who were cosplaying as Lord of the Rings characters and comic book characters, and I commend them because they were boiling. And
latex, baby.
Oh, I know. I actually carried like a mini fan with me all day, so if anyone needed it, I just let them have them like for a few minutes to cool themselves down. I went as Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and I actually wore a Zentai suit underneath all my clothes.
I bet you regretted that one greatly.
I burned badly.
That paired with a wig.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, furnace.
Do you know what? The wig didn't actually cause that much of a bother. It was more the suit because of, it was an all-in-one, but I only wanted to wear it for the shirt. So, cause I kind of wore it as if like, the lizard ripped it. So you could see like his logo. And, so the whole suit, I cut off the arms because I didn't need, the arms bits. The whole suit, my feet were wet with sweat at the end of the day. And it literally was stuck to me with the heat. I was just so glad to get it off in the afternoon and have a lovely shower just to get rid of it. But all in all, really good. I spent most of the day kind of, going around, just having a mooch around, see what stalls are there. Obviously, if you like Doctor Who, sci-fi, and various other stuff, it was the place to be. I didn't buy much stuff. I think the only thing I bought was the sonic screwdriver, the 11th one, because I had one, but sadly I lost it. So, and I didn't buy much else. The guests there was loads of people from Star Trek, was there Lord of the Rings? No, Star Trek, Game of Thrones was a big one. Loads of various films there.
Only one Stargate.
Oh.
All the other two cancelled.
Yeah, I think quite a few cancelled the last minute. I know Nicole DeBoer, who played Esri Dax in Deep Space Nine, she cancelled last minute. Oh. And I'm glad it wasn't her that I wasn't meeting. It was I was meeting someone else from Star Trek. And Aisha would know this very well.
Oh, Asian guy, yeah.
I you know that feeling where you're out of the crowd? When I was in the queue to get the photograph with him,
it was a slow motion moment, wasn't it?
It was, well, before that, it was more, me dressed as a comic book character, and everyone else is either in normal clothing or in Star Trek uniforms, and you're thinking, oh dear, who's the lemming here? But it was all right. I saw a couple of, comic book characters afterwards, and all was good. He was really sweet to me.
The years have been kind to his face. He looked so good. I mean, apart from the hairs, he could have done with a shave, but literally he looked as good as he did back in the show.
Oh god, yeah. and he's, his accent, I'm sorry. I think that's what did it for me when I found it.
Still dreamily British.
Still dreamily British. What was it? When I left, because luckily I had autograph signed afterwards, so I could get the photo signed. And when I said to him, I'll be back soon to get your photos, he just turned around and he went, yay! So when I met him afterwards and I said, he said, it's nice to see you again. Got his sign and I just said, thank you for making my dream come true. And he said, you're very welcome. And as I walked away, I went, bye. And I went, cheerio! Very dapper, very British, but very, very cool. His ex-wife sat next to him, which I thought was a bit...
That's a bit weird.
I know, I think they're still good friends. Like, she played Nana in Deep Space Nine. Oh no, she didn't. She played Kira. Her name is Nana Visitor, sorry. My apologies. Who else was popular?
She was Akira. Akira was there.
Kira was there. That's his wife, his ex-wife.
I didn't know the Star Trek politics there. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Who else was there? The voice of Mario was there.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. I didn't know this, but you had to get a ticket to meet him. Now, voice actors in the past, you could strike up to them and say, hi, the so-and-so, can I have your autograph? Bye. But no, his was a ticket scheme. It was free, but you still had to queue up for it.
Mario's voice. This has happened in the past. When the Nintendo 3DS first came out, they did an event where he turned up, and it was high security, everything. So I'm not surprised at all. He's quite high profile.
Yeah. I think he did a talk, and I watched a bit of it, and it's just basically how he got the role and how he's been doing the different voices for years. So it's quite interesting to watch. What else was there? I kind of hung around the cosplay area for most of the day, before heading outside to do some normal photo shoots for friends and other people. Apart from the heat, I did enjoy it. It was one of my favourite LFCCs so far. This I think has been my third or fourth one I've been to properly, and excuse me, and this is the one I stayed the most at. I left, I think, just before 5 o'clock, where it was starting to die down and all the high profile photo shoots were being done, so the halls kind of disappeared afterwards. So I watched the masquerade and I watched the talent show, which my friend took part in, and that was it. So all in all, I really enjoyed it.
Way.
And
I have to say, last year's one was very sparse, so I'm really pleased to hear that they've done up their laces and improved it.
that's true. And there's another one in October, which is going to be the winter LFCC.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, I don't think there's a confirmed weekend yet, but I think it's going to be the first weekend of October. Obviously because Expo is at the end of October, so you're going to have the yin and the yang for October. So,
Oh my goodness, and let's not forget, then we've got Hyper Japan as well.
yes, that's at the end of the month.
No, I mean around Christmas as well.
Oh, yes, is it?
So we're going to have 3 then, same as we've kind of been having now. Oh wow.
Oh,
So
bye-bye,
many.
honey.
Oh, spread it out, people, spread it out so we can save money. Oh. But yes, also, yes, the Japan Expo was going on in France. You knew someone
Yes.
that went?
Well, a few people of mine went, but I think they had a live stream last weekend, and,
That was
Oh, that was
fun.
a sly laugh.
Sorry, I was watching the live stream online with a group of Americans and some of the Japanese people, and they had a karaoke costume bit on, and it was brilliantly, hilariously funny. Not because it was bad or anything, but because my French is terrible. And trying to listen to people speak French and Japanese is very odd. And the songs they chose were so... I think one guy even sang a song for his girlfriend on it during the live stream of the event, and people were just kind of sitting there going, yeah, let's get a camera shot for the girlfriend! Look at her, looking so happy in the crowd. And they put them up together on the screen, and people were just kind of like, yeah, I feel sorry for the girlfriend. She looks very pissed.
kiss cam gone wrong.
Yeah. But no, I wish I could go, but as I said, my French is terrible.
I would love to go. It would be amazing to go to one of those. I'd even love to go to an AmericaCon one day. But, obviously the ECG finals was there. I'm just getting up the results now. And United Kingdom came second in both groups and solo, which is good.
Hey.
I'll give you the full results. First place was France for the groups, second place United Kingdom, and third place Denmark. For the solos, first place Poland, second place us, and third place Switzerland.
I thought you were going to say France first twice then for a second. I wonder why.
I think the Europeans are doing really well.
I know. Well, we've done well in the Euro cosplay here in the UK. We came, I think, third. First year we came first. I think it was last year, I believe. I can't remember. But we've done really well. I mean, there are some highly dedicated cosplayers in the UK, and fair play to them for it's very daunting. I can imagine being a representative for your country for people around the world to see. So I give them fair props for doing that. And I wish I could do that. I wish I had the skills to make the costume in the first place to do that. But yeah, really good. But like Alex said, my French is atrocious. I didn't do very well when I did my GCSE, so I'd be going there and I'd learn the basics in regards to, hello, how much is this?
Where is the toilet?
Where is the toilet? Can I take a photo of you? Would be my usual one.
Where's the nearest bread making place? That's my one. Terrible French.
Oh dear.
Oh. No, we should learn and try to go, but I still think we'd get lost.
Yeah, or we just follow the cosplayers.
Yeah, that's not too hard. That's what we're lurking about.
That's what I do when I go to, funny story, I must tell you, when I was at LFCC, very early in the morning. I didn't get very much sleep because the night before I was at a concert. And the next day, I think I only had 3 hours sleep, so I woke up feeling like death. And I got on the wrong tube twice.
Oh man.
No.
I thought you fell asleep on the train.
No. I got on the wrong tube to go to Earl's Court, so it went past Earl's Court. I got on the next one, it went past Earl's Court again. And then I got the right one, and I just felt like a total idiot. But I kind of, the second tube I got on, I thought, wait, there are people there who are kind of like cosplaying, I think. I should have followed them. I should have gone with my gut instinct, but I didn't. So, if in doubt, if you're going to somewhere there are people dressed up, follow them. That's the best thing to do. That's my advice.
Well, we should be going to Hyper Japan, and if I can, I will go to the next LFCC.
Wait.
If I'm Harriet, if you come along, I can escort you this time.
Oh yes,
Make sure you don't get lost. This is the same place, isn't it? I think
it is Earls Court, and yeah, sadly because they're shutting it down. Earls
they're
Court.
demolishing it.
Yeah, they said, yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Eurogamer will be the last event that they're holding there this year.
Oh, that's a shame.
But Eurogamer, woo!
We'll be going to that as well.
Yes.
Watch out, guys. We'll be getting business cards flinging it at your direction.
Yes, I did have leaflets on Saturday. A few people did take them, but we will have more for Hyper Japan.
Yeah, man.
I have
Going high budget on you. This will be a good time to go to our favourite part of the show, questions. And we have so many this week. Let's see. So, your opinions on anime getting live action movies from Robert Grimsby.
Grimsby. Sorry, I just like saying that word.
Sorry, Grigsby. Sorry.
Sorry.
I just thought you were right there. No, I think live actions are a good idea if they're done right. But in a lot of cases they're not. It seems because of Gatchaman is coming out as a live action, I think it's film?
Yes. Yeah.
Which looks really good, and I wouldn't mind seeing that, but there is lots of cases where they've made a live action, it's just like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. And then there's some cases where it's really good. I'm trying to remember which ones are really quite
There are
good.
very few. I can straight away say the Sailor Moon one
Yes.
was terrible.
Cutie Honey was hilarious.
Dragon Ball Z, I hate to bring it up, but
Dragon
that
Ball
was
Z.
awful.
Oh,
We pretend that didn't exist. really.
That doesn't exist. La 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 la.
It never existed.
I saw it on sale in HMV the other day. Blood. Oh, that movie. Biggest letdown of my life. They spent so much money on it, and it was biggest pile of poo I've ever seen.
Am I the only, going back to Sailor Moon, am I the only one who likes the live action out of the four of us?
I haven't seen a live action.
Neither have I.
I didn't think it was amazing.
I didn't mind it. I think the specials are better. They have two specials, one on Sailor V and the other on after the series itself, which I quite like.
I
Okay.
should look into it then.
Yes. I have the DVDs, I'll lend you them.
Maybe we should do a live action Toku special where you'll have to watch good and bad live action series.
Yeah.
It'll just be us going, turn it off, turn it off.
I remember I watched Oran High School Host Club. I
Yes, there
quite
was a
enjoyed
live
that.
action. Yeah, there was a live action of that one.
Oh,
recently.
didn't even know. Wow.
Yeah. I don't think I've watched that many live action things actually.
The only one I can remember off by heart is Cutie Honey, and that was just silly.
Oh, Avatar. No, sorry. Yeah, Avatar, the Airbender.
Oh, no,
Yeah, no. We don't talk about that
Because-
We
film.
don't talk about that either. That
It was
along
never
the line-
done.
That falls along the line of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
It never existed.
Yes, his name wasn't Aang, it was Ong.
Ong.
Oh. It sounds like you hit a bell. Bong.
Yeah. And you just love it when Americans slaughter Japanese names. Oh, sad. Sad times. Again, we haven't come up with one good thing. Come on, Alex.
I did. I told you. Oran High School Host Club.
I've heard the Gantz live action.
But you're not Alex, you're Oren.
Yeah, but you said you heard nothing good.
Okay, so we'll end it with the one film we could think of, but
It's the TV series.
yeah,
I've heard that the Gantz live action.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's meant to be really good.
Yeah, I think it was Ahmed who I spoke to at the Monster Hunter event. We were talking about live actions versus animes, and he said that the Gantz one was really good. Now I haven't seen the anime or the movie, so I can't say, but I've heard that is, and from other people, that is really good.
It looks really good. We have to look that one up.
yeah, so that would be an apparent good film. So
But there's more bad than good, but we're still holding out for some more good ones to actually come our ways. We'd be really happy, but who knows. So next question. Do you think studios will ever be accepting of fan works in order to affect future media installments? An example would be a major fan coupling getting a shout in the source material. That was sent by Ty Hornbeck. Depends on the studio, really.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, you could think, not anime-wise, but cartoon-wise, like My Little Pony, I think would be a good example. Like with Derpy. I think it kind of, they kind of wrote her out, but the fans want her back in, so they kind of put her back in. I think that's the only example I can think of. Anime-wise, I don't know.
I could say another cartoon was Metalocalypse. They had an episode where all the characters went to a convention, and they actually used a lot of fan art from the fans.
Oh.
It was a lot of Slash fan art though, which was the best. But they actually, I don't know if they actually asked the community to give them pictures, or if they like asked for permission to use like some of the pictures. But yeah, that's like another one which I think of. But they seem to like not be too serious about their work. So, I'm not sure with anime. That might be,
It might be hard. I mean, because if they're very high profile series, they might not need the promotion, I suppose. But if it's like short series, like Metalocalypse, I can't say it.
Metalocalypse.
Metalocalypse. It's, obviously they kind of, get people to send in their fan art, and then more people will watch it. But it's really hard.
Well, we'd be surprised on Facebook if you troll around. You will find a lot of competitions that companies are actually looking for fan art. One example is we mentioned before Attack on Titan. They did recently a fan art competition. Studio Ghibli. It's famous that for Arietti. The lady who actually did the theme song, she actually contacted them saying, I love, the music for the animes, here's my music, let me do the theme tune, and they let her. Miyazaki loved her voice so much, so I think, follow opportunities, but it wouldn't hurt just to send your stuff off. I mean, what's the problem? They'll send you a letter rejecting you, but they might keep it for future. They might actually say, okay then, do it.
Yeah. Gargantua, the mech series we saw, they actually had a competition where, I think a certain number of people, if they designed a character, they'd actually animate it in one of the episodes. And, on the last episode, they actually there's a whole scene, you can see all of them, I think it was like 6 or 7, in a crowd, and people kind of pointed out because they looked better drawn than the usual characters in the series.
More effort to them.
Well, yeah, there was like one kid at the front, and someone pointed out, that guy has some serious anime hair compared to everyone else. Like that. And someone pointed out and said, oh, it's a competition winners. They got put in that scene. So yeah, you can actually, a lot of fan stuff put in series. It's mostly just character art at the moment.
Just submit your stuff to everywhere anyway. You might find a open window somewhere. So next question. What do you think about the Kickstarter for Little Academia 2 from Dragon Free?
I quite like the original, so bring it on.
Kickstarter's really popular at helping any project get off its feet, so it's the way to go, and if the fans love it enough, they'll help support it.
Well, it's already got its goal. It's got its goal in the first few days, yeah. They're having to come up with more stuff.
What free stuff, yeah, to give them?
Well, no, just stuff for the extra money they've been given on top. People annoyingly have been moaning. They said they wanted a dub version in English, but they haven't replied to that yet. And I think there's no point in that unless they get a lot of money.
A lot of money. It will cost a lot to pay for it.
So yeah, I think they could actually do. It is good. The fact that people actually adding a lot more money for this.
Why not?
I know that. Yeah, I really want to watch it. I know another person who did a Kickstarter for an animation was Production. Sorry, GI. IG. I'm sorry, I cannot speak words at the moment. Which I did Kickstart. I can't remember. I swear Pro. I'm just trying to remember where I've heard them from, but I know that they did one, and that was like very, very popular and very successful. But yeah, there's been quite a few for animation. Oh, I think they do Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
Project IG.
Yeah.
I recognise the name, but off the top of my head, I cannot think of anything.
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell, Bloodlust Vampire, Furikuri, and they did the animated sequences in Kill Bill.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I think it's a great place to, like, if they want to do, like, side projects, a great way for them to get funded, especially when the fans are the ones who are, like, really, like, actively wanting it and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know, I'm glad that they're making, like, I thought it was going to be, like, a TV series, but I think it's just going to be another episode, right?
They're doing Little Witch Academia 2, but they haven't actually said I haven't really read it, though, so... It says here that if they get to $500,000, they'll do Blu-ray versions.
Oh, sweet.
With a making-of documentary and a limited edition version with the original soundtrack and line art collection book of the animation. Let me have a look.
She's selling it. She's selling it well.
We have the funds to produce a 20-minute episodes. However, if we can receive support for the Kickstarter program, we'll be able to do 15 more minutes to the running time. The episode will be subbed in 7 different languages.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, it's just one episode, but they're trying to extend it.
Yeah. Well, no, because I feel like that would have made a really nice series, because the animation was great, and the story was very cute. And I want to see, like, more characters and whatnot. Or if there was, like, a wizard school, or their rival schools. I want to know this. I want fighting. I want more fighting. I love it.
Cool. Do you think it'll be a new way for anime to be created?
I think it's the Little Witch Academia.
Oh, I think, yeah, it's like, so it says, is it odd for a Japanese studio to use a Western funding crowd system? Well, I think since they've, like, a lot of things have been funded by Kickstarter. Like, as I said, I already kickstarted something which was made by a Japanese studio already, so I don't particularly see it that way, because it was like a US kind of thing, and even people in the UK would fund stuff via US dollars and whatnot. So yeah, it's just a way to make money. It's like, well, if everybody knows Kickstarter, why are you gonna go use a different website which is for Japanese people only, or for French people only, or anything like that? It's like Kickstarter is getting well known within the internet community for a place to fund your stuff. So yeah, it's like, well, you just use it, because then at least people know, like, oh shit, it's on Kickstarter, I'm gonna kickstart there. It's very catchy as well, Kickstarter. I'm gonna kickstart something. I just got something today from Kickstarter. So, which I kickstarted. See? You just use that word all the time. But yeah.
Well, yeah, they've put the description in different languages as well on their actual page.
Yeah.
So it's like in Japanese and French and English. So they're obviously trying to get a lot of people from around the world to sign up for it.
Yeah, it's just that Kickstarter is known, like, universally. As I said, like, I know that Double Fine, they funded a game that they wanted to make. I think they wanted originally 400,000. And they got like 3 million. They got like they got like 1 million, like, within the first day, I think.
Success.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's like, if like, indie game companies, like, well, I don't say they're indie. If game companies can make money like that really quickly, then yeah, anybody can do it. So I don't think it's bizarre at all. I think it's like, it's quite natural, especially since it's online. It's not like they're going over to America to a shop there. It's on, everybody can get onto, well, I think most people can get onto Kickstarter if they have the internet connection.
It brings us something very universal now, so it's no real big shock, to be honest. And the Japanese are all about making money as well, so why wouldn't they use it? So
yeah, straight up.
So we're pro Kickstarter, guys. Woo! You should all support Kickstarter, really, because they're doing it for the fans, and the fans don't bother to put a little bit of money there. There's probably no point. Don't complain afterwards if you don't support it, okay? Next question. What series from decades ago should be rebooted that aren't already from Fox?
Mononoke. God, I love that series, but it's only what, 5 stories split over with about 2 to 3 episodes each, and I really want them to pick it up again.
Yeah.
But the guy who did it, he's currently doing Gatchaman Crowds, which is coming soon this week.
Okay.
And their animation's really nice. They did C as well, and I think there's one other they've done. But yeah, I want that to be continued, because that's a really good horror series.
Yeah, I remember the animation being really great, and all the overlay of textures. That's insane, but visually very beautiful to look at.
The stories were good as well, and they were just they were so short, but they were really well done.
I have to rewatch that now.
Good luck finding it. I've had a hard time finding it again.
Oh.
It's such a rare series.
They've brought up reboots of a lot of stuff in the last few years, like Hellsing, Inuyasha, Sailor Moon. Obviously, is going to be coming out soon. One I would love to see. They never completed it. Was Fruits Basket?
Yes, I was thinking that in my head. You said it. Good.
Yeah, because they never finished it. They're still, I think they only got to like to book 7 or something like that.
They left it so open-ended.
Yeah.
You don't know whether she chose Kyo or Yuki. And then you never met half the characters, and they changed stuff. I want more. More.
Yeah, that I would love to see again. Redone. And start from the beginning. Do it like they did with Full Metal Alchemist. Start to finish. Just go through it. Akito could be a bit of a different thing, I don't know.
He can look less like Yuki, because it was a bit creepy. They look so similar.
And the big difference is, in the manga, she's a girl, and in the anime, he's a guy.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, differences which you find out, and reasons, and it's like, oh, whoa.
Akito's the head of the family, isn't he?
Yeah,
that's the one, That's the big difference, but... please, if anyone's listening, please bring it back out. I love it.
We will Kickstarter it.
Yes!
Alright, so next question. What do you guys think of fan service in anime? Is it harmless titillation to sell Blu-rays, or a sign of something worse? And that's from Boobzilla. Quite an apt name.
It's been going for years, though, hasn't it? Though.
Yeah.
It's part of anime. You can't get rid of it, really.
I still like. I don't like a lot of fan service when it comes to like characters who are underage. That's my big major like. Ugh.
Yeah. No lolicon.
Yeah. No, it's even when they like make out characters are like, oh, this character. Like, as I'm gonna bring her up again, Yoko from friggin' Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Like she's 14. And like, if she wasn't 14, if she was like an adult, I'd be cool with it a bit more, because I'd just be like, whatever, anime's dumb. But there's always a lot of weird, creepy shots with underage girls, and I'm not a big fan of that at all. I was like, obviously stuff can have sex appeal, and I'm not saying, girls, you should wear like, cover up everything and whatever. It's your choice to do with whatever you want with your body. But I feel like the sexualization of underage characters is super gross.
Well, they've got the opposite problem as well, haven't you? It's like, oh, here's a young-looking character who looks like a 10-year-old. Oh, don't worry, they're 200 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like, get your act together. Learn to draw characters who look a bit more their age. It's not... I know, obviously, people have their own style and whatnot, but it's all a bit weird. But, I don't mind a bit of fan service now and then. I don't like boobs that go in opposite directions and flap about. That's not, I don't even know. I know that people have been complaining about Free.
Free's hilarious though.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it though.
It's so funny, because they've done it so on purpose.
Yeah.
You kind of think,
super cool. But, I know, there's been like a lot of complaints from a lot of, I guess male otakus in Japan, because, it's basically not aimed at them, it's aimed at girls, and they're complaining, they're like, girls get fan service all the time, that's how they're acting, like, it's like, oh no, how dare you make this show, because I know the company is very well known for making, a lot of, moe, and, all that kind of...
Little girls.
Yeah. And all that kind of stuff, but, yeah. It's a shut up. It's just let girls have their thing, because at least they're not, Well, they are. I'm about to say, they've got giant hands and little tiny heads and giant
Really
shoulders.
bad body proportion.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like there should be more stuff like that. It should be a bit more with real life. Like, I know people tend to freak out if you see a guy's bum on an advert, it becomes like X-rated, or in films. Also, like, if you see a guy's butt, the film's all of a sudden like a 15 or an 18. But if you see a side boob and a girl's butt, it's 12. It's okay. Whatever. That doesn't matter. But, yeah. Basically, equality. I want to see more guy butts and more sexy, long, like, slow panning up the body of men. And,
more realistic women.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's always like, they've got to make women, like, this really, really ultra sexy. And it's like, well, no, there's like a lot of sexy girls out there without having to make them look over-sexualized, I guess. You don't have to be like panty shots every couple of minutes, because you're not going to see girls' underwear all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't need to see the curved, like, tops, which go, like, where people have boobs. They sometimes do the top, which goes it's basically like they've drawn boobs on top of a top, and it looks like the person's just wearing body paint. Boobs don't work like that, and clothes don't work like that, so stop doing it. And then
like a white shirt that perfectly fits around her chest.
Yeah, and then you can see like the intent, like it's like basically they'll do like a C for the whole boob, for one boob and for both boobs. They'll do like C's, and it's like, that's not how it works. They're not naked. And then, it's just weird shots where they have the camera, even in that, what's it called? It was in one of those girl animes we watched today with the schoolgirls. They did like a shot which was like of, like maybe the waist down, and it was just of, their hands weren't moving or anything, it was like panning of just their legs and their dresses, and it's like, it's a bit weird. It is,
voyeuresque.
Yeah, it's just creepy. It's super creepy.
This is what I was saying, which I thought was random in, the Service X show. There was a lot of focus on her, the Lucy's shirt being really tight. You know, like in the white schoolgirl shirts where they've buttoned up and then it's like kind of like too tight and it's stretching and you can kind of see the inside their cleavage. It's inappropriate! What is the point? Do we wear stupidly tight stuff in public? No! If it's too tight, you take it off and you put something else on. Do we want buttons to, like, you know, fly in the air and poke someone in the eye? No!
Well, you should put like a safety pin in it, because guys' shirts aren't built for boobs, so it doesn't matter. If you have big boobs and you're wearing a guy's shirt, you're gonna have to put some safety pins in there. Cause I have quite a few, like, guy shirts. And I know this and even with my school shirts, I'm not gonna lie, you have to sometimes put safety pins in there. So yeah, I don't know, with that one, like, cause as I said, like, I do look at boob physics. I do understand how
we know that
work.
from earlier.
Yep, since I do have boobs.
Or a boob expert.
Yeah, well, no, it's just like, as I said, like, I tend to watch cartoons quite a bit, and I'm always looking at how everybody moves and whatnot. Yeah. And you do think to yourself sometimes, like, hey, why do they draw boobs moving so much? That's really weird. Or even like, in, like, a few fighting games, I'm trying to remember the volleyball
Dead or Alive.
Yeah. Like, I was watching that like, someone did a review on it, and, their boobs move individually, which I like, in two opposite, it's like, boobs don't, like, if you jump up and down, because of your bra, your boobs are gonna move up and down at the same time, pretty much. There may be slight variation, but it's not gonna be so noticeable that you're like, wait a minute, what? It's like they got hidden, like hiding, like, freaking beanbags in there that move independently from one another. It's really bizarre.
Like I mentioned last week, ninja, samurai girls, spirit maidens, they don't wear bras. Mimi, her boobs are just all over the place, and I put it down to they have not invented bras yet in this game. I don't know what the other girls' excuses are, because they're wearing quite tightly fitted tops. You think that would hold them into place, but apparently they're so big, it just doesn't happen. And for some reason the dresses don't rip, because it's so tightly fitted, you know? It just, nothing in that game makes sense.
Well, yeah, no, it's all to sell. It's all sex appeal. It's just to sell to mostly, I guess, straight guys. Cause, yeah. It's not, a lot of it I don't find sexy. It's just very simple, like,
It's confusing though.
Yeah, it's overused, and it's just like, I think it's a bit insulting to some guys, because it's like, oh, you're a man, so this is what men want. You're very basic, aren't you? Bunga bunga, like, boobs. That's all it kind of seems like. As I said, if it's done well, I'm not saying all kind of fan service kind of stuff has to be tasteful. It'd be nice for some of it to be a bit more tasteful than just straight up blatant, like, panty shots, or look at the curvature of this underage girl's ass on, what was it? That Psychic Wars one. There's this one shot I told you about last week that creeped me out, where the girl's laying on her bed and you can see all the indentation of her ass. And also a part of her lady downstairs parts. I'm not sure if I'm meant to say that on the podcast. Her vagina. But, it's all a bit weird. It's just, as I said, straight up. Stop making, like, sexualizing underage girls. And boys, if it does come up, because it does come up, I guess, in some yaoi kind of stuff. But, yeah, it's like,
well, in that particular anime, the boy, I mean, they're all quite young. Even the boys, the girl says to the boy, "You've got a boner," and he's like, "Oh my god, how long have I had that?" You know, it's really casual for those two to talk about it, but you're just almost like, but you're like 12.
Yeah, I'm not saying, like, kids have their own sexuality and whatnot, but sometimes it gets a bit weird when adults encroach on it. I guess if you're talking about stuff, you want to write it from, like, how a kid talks, because kids nowadays, they have filthy mouths, and they talk, not all kids, I'm not generalizing.
Just kids near us.
Yeah, no, but, like, I've come across, like, kids who want to talk about sex and all that kind of stuff, and then there's kids who are like, ugh, it's super gross, I don't want to talk about that. But, yeah, it's just, as I said, it's not even what they're saying, it's about how you're representing them in the cartoons and whatnot. And if you're, like, sexualizing, like, kids can talk about sex without making them sexualized, I guess, like, without making them physically like, oh, look at this girl's underwear kind of thing. It's like, that's not how real life is. If someone's talking about something, it doesn't automatically mean that, like, they're also, like, that everybody's gonna look at them in a sexual way or look at certain parts of them. It's like, oh no, you're just having a conversation with your friend. It's just, yeah. I have an opinion on this, because it keeps on irritating me.
So basically, to summarise what Oren's saying, fans ever should have boundaries, aka age.
Yes.
Very important.
Be a bit more tasteful, because some of it is just blatant dumb.
And physics on boobs.
Yeah. Please,
physics in general.
Please, Japan, look at boobs and how they work.
Boobs, yeah.
Yeah. There are women with boobs.
I can imagine all these Japanese animators just following. I know, I was going to just imagine all these Japanese animators following all these women now.
Don't forget it's like thighs and asses as well. They sometimes get that one wrong.
Yeah. Oh, so weird.
Good time to move on to the next question. This one's quite a quick wildfire one. Who would win in a fight, Mario or Luigi? From Liam Lynch.
Luigi.
I want Luigi to win.
Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh, Mario!
It's the year of Luigi.
No.
Luigi's more likely to go into a mad rage.
Yeah, he's been pushed back for so long, so he's like, my turn!
I want Luigi to win, but I think Mario probably would beat him up. Yeah. Because Mario's had all the previous training from all his previous games, so he's more of a master, I guess, than Luigi. Oh. Luigi's just scared most of the time, even in his own games. Yeah.
Mario uses weight advantage to win.
Yeah, he's also got a very low center of gravity. So I know from experience that sometimes when you're taller, you get knocked over easier if you're not got a lot of balance, and he seems that his balance isn't that great. So
we've got 50-50 here.
Yeah.
2 Marios versus 2 Luigis.
Even though that makes me upset to say that.
Right, we have another one. What's in the shack in the GTA 5 trailer? What did you think of the GTA trailer? From Amanda Mould.
I haven't actually seen it, no.
Haven't seen it.
I didn't know there was one.
I've just seen people complaining about it.
Really? I've seen people saying, oh, that's it, I've got it pre-ordered, boom. But I haven't seen it. Even though I do like GTA, I'm surprised I haven't actually watched it yet. I think I've just been so busy. I've completely forgot.
But if you are interested in it, I know that our sister show Arcade Radio has mentioned it in great detail. So best thing to do, Amanda, is listen to them as well. They probably mentioned the trailer in great depth, but don't stop listening to us. We talk about loads of other alternative animes, mangas, and games. Yes, there's a lot there.
We'll talk about it next week because we'll probably have seen it by then.
Yeah.
And we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please carry on doing that to our YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and many other social networking things that we'll be creating. The @Anime UK show. This is bye from us, so we'll see you next week. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
www.wearearcade.com